About 70% of African immigrants, especially coming into America, don't own any asset other than their bank account. Here's what is even more interesting. African immigrants in America save 4 times more than the average savings rate, but invest 5 times less than the average investment rate. So you see there is a disconnect there, which means they are doing the right thing but using the wrong vehicle. The number one secret of wealth building in America is on the stock market. Hey, Harry, man. Before I even get to my story, I just want to take this moment to thank you for having me on your platform. I mean, in all fairness, your platform has really inspired me quite a bit, right? I've been investing now for a few years, but when I stumbled on your platform about 6 months ago, I just found myself kind of addicted to it. You're one of the rare podcast shows I watch the entire podcast from start to end because not only is your insight, but the kind of guests you bring, the intelligence they have, the knowledge they share, the advice they give around investing, it just gives me a lot more knowledge, skills, exposure, and reassurance on certain decisions I make as I get along the way. So it's a great pumping pleasure just to be on your platform today, and I've been looking forward to this conversation. So I'm originally from Cameroon, and Cameroon is a 30 million population country of the in Central Africa, of the west coast of for the Atlantic. In fact, Cameroon is called Africa in miniature because it represents the peopling, the geographies, and the climate of Africa. In the northern part of Cameroon, we have desert land. In the western part, we have part of the Atlantic, so it's ocean nice, like Miami. Talk about Cancun, that kind of thing. In the northwestern part where I come from, it's much more hilly, it's cold, and then we also have the forest area of Cameroon. We have about 233 different tribes and dialects in Cameroon, but our official languages are English and French. And the reason why I'm giving this context is so that somebody can get a civics lesson, not only investing lesson, right? But I've been living in America for 25 years, and when I came to America, I started living in Minnesota. I lived in Minnesota for about 14 years, and then I left Minnesota, moved to Austin, Texas. But here's one of the interesting things, Harry, and this is what really blew my mind when I started investing and understanding the power of investing, which is something you talk about a lot. And I really believe genuinely that it is such an important piece of the conversation. Having people like you who are level-headed, who are not into all the hype, who are not there every day to tell people to buy the next hot stock or the next hot ETF, but who are just guiding people with genuine, real, important information that people can leverage and build wealth over time. What really blew my mind is I started investing seriously about 8 years ago. And then one day I sat and I told myself, but Gustav, wow, what if when you came to America in the year 2000 and you started working, immediately you came because I started working immediately I came. What if I started investing just $100 in an S&P 500 fund, right? Averaging about 10%. Right where we are speaking today, I would have had $123,000 starting with the $500 capital. But here is the kicker, Ari. And then I told myself, Gustav, so if you had stopped at that point, which is this year, I'm 48 now and I'll be 65 in 17 years. And if you had stopped today and don't do nothing else, by the time you turn 65, which is generally where most people consider retiring, you will be sitting on close to 600 and something thousand dollars at 10%. And if for some reason it's been explosive like the market has been over the last few years, you could even be sitting somewhere about 15%, sitting at about $1 million. And so I realized, you know what, Gustav, you cannot only work on getting yourself financially free. You have to go out there and start explaining to people what we had missed, especially immigrant people like me. Because when we come to America, our number one goal is to work hard, make some money, take care of our families here, and then the extended families we have back home. But we never think of, you know what? Take 10 years, invest as hard as you can, and you can even take a break after that. But while you are working physically, your money is working overtime for you. Those concepts are not concepts most of us were taught coming into America. Those concepts are not concepts that most immigrants understand today. Because here are the statistics, Ari. About 70% of African immigrants, especially coming into America, don't own any asset other than their bank account. But here is even the kicker. Here's what is even more interesting. African immigrants in America save 4 times more than the average savings rate, but invest 5 times less than the average investment rate. So you see, there is a disconnect there, which means they are doing the right thing, but using the wrong vehicle. And so when I started watching your show, I watched some of the people you bring. I said, you know what? This guy is talking something. He is teaching something. He is teaching what I consider today, knowing what I know. The number one secret of wealth building in America, it's on the stock market. I say that confidently, even on my own platform. Because 70% of people aspire to be their own bosses, aspire to be entrepreneurs and generate income for themselves. But only 3% will succeed to do that. So the reality of the matter here, which is what you talk on your platform and I do, we talk reality. We don't talk fantasy here. We talk real deal. So the reality of the matter is out of every 100 people, only about 3 can become entrepreneurs who are successful to even generate money, right? If you even talk about entrepreneurs within, for example, the space where I come from, about 95% are small businesses making less than $27,000 a year. So truth be told, most of the income that's going to be generated in the short to mid-term is going to come from employment. But this is where the problem had been. The problem has been when the money comes in from employment, how do we use that money? Most of it is being used as a fruit and not as a seed. Most people take that money and they start eating it, not realizing that the seeds that are in that money should be planted so that as you are eating that fruit, that seed is generating more fruit for next season. And even the day you're no longer going to be alive, then it continues to generate more fruit for generations to come. So when I understood all of these things about the market, about how wealth is built in America, after multiple failed businesses, after going back to Africa to do business for 3 years, and it failed, I came back to America. I filed for bankruptcy. I paid over $100,000 to the bankruptcy court. I foreclosed on 2 homes. I had a savings of $150K. I squandered it completely to survive. When I started understanding what it takes to build wealth, the day I got into the IT industry about 11 years ago, I told myself, Gustav, this is your opportunity. This is the time when you have to make sure you start investing as much as possible. So that way, at every point in time, whether you're sleeping, you're working, you're playing soccer, you're talking to Ari like I'm doing today, something is working harder in the background. You know, there's a wise mentor of mine who told me something and he never left me. He said, Gustav, one of the key differences between the people who succeed and those who fail, especially those who get rich and those who stay poor, is that most people wake up in the morning and the first thing they're thinking is how to get ready to go and work, which is a great thing. But the successful people wake up in the morning and they are checking on the things that are sent out to go work for them, what it's brought for them. That blew me out. The second thing he told me, he said, Gustav, money will always make more money on money than money can ever make on labor. I told myself, how can a Warren Buffett yesterday receive $204 million in dividends just in a quarter? So when I started understanding those things, I realized, you know what? I shouldn't only help myself, but I have to go out there and become an evangelist of why it is important for everybody to make sure they're investing on the stock market, that they're taking advantage of all these great companies that are out there, buying shares of this company and putting themselves in a position where at some point, even if their bodies no longer can deliver, their portfolio is going to be delivering even better. So that's part of my story. Hey, if you make good money but you're tired of living on autopilot, watching your income disappear every month with nothing substantial to show for, this is where you finally learn how to turn income into assets, assets into growth, and growth into long-term wealth. You see, most people never get there because they lack clarity and strategy. They earn, they spend, and they hope for growth. But hope alone is not a wealth building strategy. Because if you're tired of wondering where your money went each month, or frustrated that your investments are not working as hard for you as you would like them to work, then this is for you. The Wealth Clarity and Legacy Blueprint webinar should be your number one priority. You know why? Because you're going to get a clear picture of your finances. You're going to learn how to structure your money in such a way that growth and protection becomes a natural outcome of that investment. You are going to see how to start investing with very low capital and walk away with a 90-day wealth plan you can actually execute right now, not tomorrow, not next week. I will also get you some worksheets and you have access to the replay of their training so you are not rushed and can implement properly, because this takes a little bit of time. By the end of this 90-minute live session, you are going to walk away with clarity, control, and a practical roadmap to make your money work for you so you can stop guessing and start growing your wealth. If this makes sense to you, click the link in this video description. Save your seat, because there are very limited seats at the Wealth Clarity and Legacy Blueprint webinar, and start becoming the financially confident, in control, and growing version of yourself you've always aspired to be. Your clarity begins today, and you know what? Your legacy starts right now. So I will see you on the inside. Most people have been wired to believe that the outcome of investments has to be proportionally tied to the level of effort and sweat. So what that does is, in most people's mind, they believe that to have a certain kind of return on investment, it has to be a complex investment. It has to be some sophisticated thing that even Elon Musk cannot solve with his intelligence building major companies. It has to be something that only the geniuses from Harvard University or from Stanford or from Oxford or from University of Yaoundé in Cameroon can do something about it. Right? But here we are talking about a vehicle, a platform like the US stock market, and techniques that are simplistic, non-complicated, nothing to do with their level of education, nothing to do with their level of intelligence, has nothing to do whether you have a degree or not, nothing to do whether you make $1 million or 10, nothing to do whether you can afford $1,000 or $5. If you just do it consistently in products that have been proven over 100 years to deliver at least 10% in returns, and you do that consistently with a lot of discipline over time, you will still end up very successful. For many people, it's like it's too easy. There's something wrong. There's a catch here. Why? Right? I know that because I coach a lot of people who come to me having lost significant amount of money doing crazy things, including myself, Ari. About 7 years ago, no, about 8 years ago, I have an account on Schwab where I was investing in all kinds of crazy companies. You know, it was at that time in my life when I had a group of friends, and on the forum someone would just come. Have you heard about a dyslexic company, DYG? It's a penny stock. You can buy 1 million shares for $2,000. By the time I knew it, after 3 years, I had a portfolio with about 30, 40 companies, and I ended up losing $80,000. Now, if I took that $80,000 7 years ago and put it in an S&P 500 fund at 10%, where would I be today? But in my mind, I was thinking to really make some serious returns, it has to be something that many people don't know about. It has to be that sacred thing that, you know, you are the privileged one to know about that investment, that company, that kind of stuff. That is where a lot of people fail, Ari. Because a lot of people, when they hear you and me talk about this thing, they watch your platform, they hear other people talk. Number one, they think now there got to be something. Number two, a lot of people don't have the discipline to stay the course, to keep doing it to the point where they start seeing the returns, where it becomes an obsession. Because as you know, in the journey of investing, when you start, a lot of times you are not totally convinced, but you get to a point where you turn around and you see the growth in your portfolio. Then it becomes an obsession. So you are looking even in your house and you are thinking, can I sell this pair of shoes for $100? Have you been through that? You've been through that, right? Man, I don't need 4 suits. I've worn only 2 suits over the last 3 years. Can I just get these other two to Facebook Marketplace? If they give me $75, if I buy a piece of any company, even a growth ETF, I should be sitting on some good money in 10 years. When you get to that point and you get to that mindset, that is when you know you've got it. Right? So for a lot of people, when we spend time talking about these things on your platform, you bring all these people to talk. To me, the smart people who know what they want to do, even if you don't understand clearly yet, pay attention, listening, continue to listening. You don't realize how much you're absorbing subconsciously. You don't realize how much your habits are changing just hanging around the people who are going in the direction you're going. I hope this episode gave you some ideas, enlightened you, gave you some knowledge, and hopefully spurred something in your spirit to teach you and to help you to understand how to invest in yourself for personal growth, to invest for profits, and to build a legacy in that process. Please go ahead and follow us on our different social media platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and on LinkedIn. And if this episode made sense to you, share this with somebody who might benefit from this. Leave us a like. That way, the algorithm is going to dissipate this to other people who would find value in this information. And of course, before I let you go, I pray for you every day that you be well, that you be blessed, and that you never stop being a blessing to somebody. And until the next time, I want to remind you that you are enough. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.